Let's talk about this. All right, so there's a new COVID variant, and I'm reading from the New York Times here. Omicron variant circles the globe. African nations are blamed and banned. Now, first of all, we've had a vaccine since, March of 2021? We've had a vaccine since March. And the whole world isn't vaccinated? I just thought, help me understand this, right? So we have a vaccine. You can just send everyone in the world blueprints. Every country in the world can get a blueprint to manufacture the vaccine. And we can just manufacture the vaccine all around the world. And then we can vaccinate the populations all around the world. So, what the fuck is this bullshit? Africa is blamed because the United States and Russia and the European Union don't want to share their vaccines or their vaccine blueprints. Why is Africa blamed? I want to forward that in this segment here. Because big companies are to blame here. Bill Gates is to blame here. They were originally planning on making the COVID vaccine without a patent or whatever that term is. And then Bill Gates swooped in and is like, nah, you can make money off of this shit, man. Check this out. And now Africa wasn't even planning on being fully vaccinated until 2023. What? Vaccinating the entire Earth's population it's not a race. Oh, look, we vaccinated let's assume Americans weren't so fucking stupid and we all didn't avoid the vaccine. Well, guess what? All it takes is someone somewhere else not getting vaccinated because they don't have access to it. Wait a second. Billions and billions of people in the global south don't have access to vaccines, right? So they're just more petri dishes. So either way, let's assume America in the first fucking world. Oh, the first world. Let's assume the first fucking world, the most important world in the world, right, is all fully vaccinated. It's still in our best interest to vaccinate the whole population because all it takes is one petri dish somewhere forming in some stupid-ass variant that's vaccine resistant. So the idea that Africa is to blame. Oh, haven't we done enough as fucking white people to the fucking, global south in general? The idea that we're gonna blame, Africa, those filthy Africans, the filthy Chinese. Go fuck yourself if that's the angle you're taking with this one. But anyway, let's read, because this is new. And it caused, the big market crash and all that stupid fucking bullshit. So let's keep reading here. My neck hurts. I don't know if you knew that. But my neck hurts. Nations in Southern Africa protested bitterly on Saturday as more of the world's wealthiest countries cut them off from travel, renewing a debate over border closure from the earliest days of the coronavirus pandemic and compounding the problems facing poorly vaccinated communities. That's the poorly vaccinated communities, this language here. This language, poorly vaccinated communities, not communities as in entire countries in the global south that have been systemically prevented from having access to the vaccine. Nah. It's poorly vaccinated communities. That makes it's like trying to mix this anti-vax in the US rhetoric with actual vaccine restrictions in the global south. Isn't that incredible? The way these motherfuckers do this shit, isn't that fucking incredible? Poorly fucking vaccinated communities. Or countries, even. Yeah, you know what's on that list? The United States, you dumb motherfuckers. And we have access to the vaccine. It's free at CVS. Go grab it. A new coronavirus variant called Omicron, first detected in Botswana, put governments on edge after South Africa announced a surge in cases this week, plunging countries into the most uncertain moment of the pandemic since the highly contagious Delta variant took hold this spring. As in the early days of Delta, political alarm spread quickly across the world, with officials trading blame over how the failures of the global vaccination effort were allowing the virus to mutate, even as researchers warned that the true threat of the new variant was not yet clear. I'm just reading here. bearing a worrying number of mutations that researchers fear, blah, 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 scientists. Okay, yeah. So, from what I understand, it's more vaccine resilient. So that's the thing that I understand. In poorer African nations, the cascade of travel closures triggered a wave of resentment among people who believed that the continent was yet again bearing the brunt of panicked policies from Western countries, which had failed to deliver vaccines and the resources needed to administer them. So I'm glad that they point this out. Though, again, it's one of those things where it's like mainstream media will always like make these headlines very, very, like, inflammatory. That's the word. Just like my muscle and my neck inflamed. And then, like, yeah, you have to read until after, like, the 17th paragraph, and then you finally understand, oh, yeah, it's the fact that it's intellectual property rights on vaccines. Like, what the fuck? Like, do you know how stupid intellectual property rights on medicine in general is? Right? Do you know how generic drugs get made? Yeah, does anyone know that? So they take the real drug, they look at the ingredients, and they just reverse engineer it. So they spend months and months and months jamming the ingredients on the back of the box together and try to reverse engineer a name brand drug. That's how generic drugs are made. Instead of, I don't know, oh, here's the blueprint, here you go. What? No, they reverse engineer. What? It's medicine. This is how our world works. Our world is fucking stupid, folks. We live in a dumb fuck world. We live in a dumb fuck world. And it's only travel bans to African countries in the global south, right? We're not going to maybe, I don't know, in the United States, maybe travel ban from Florida? No? Can't do that? I don't know, man. Anyway, so new bullshit. We're all going to die. And my neck hurts. So that's pretty much it on that one. I just wanted to touch on that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest, folks. Someone in my family gave me a single prescription tablet of something that would help with my pain in my neck, and that shit is it's in. So it's on and it's active in my consciousness. So I apologize if I'm a little slow. It's like when you're playing Grand Theft Auto 3 and you get that little pill thing, right? And then you jump, Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know you know.